What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today in this video we're going to talk about overall stock market and see what the market is doing and where the market is heading going into next week on Monday. But before we start this video, please hit that thumbs up button. That is greatly appreciated and that really helps out with YouTube algorithm. And if you find these videos are helpful and you want to get more access with me throughout the day and also get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, and especially 3 days of live trading in my Discord, check out the Patreon. I'll leave a link down below in the description and it's definitely worth every penny. And if you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any new videos I post. And now let's get right into it, guys. Dow is down 0.5%, nasdaq down 0.13%, and S&P down 0.29%. Russell 2000 was up 1.22%. And if you look at these groups, on top we got energy, basic materials, consumer cyclical, financial, industrials. On bottom, consumer defensive, healthcare, utilities, communication services, and technology. And if you look at this week-to-date performance, on top we got consumer cyclical, utilities, communication services, real estate. On bottom, healthcare, basic materials, industrials, consumer defensive, energy, and also technology. And here in the stock market map, we got Tesla down 0.76%, Amazon up on the day 1%, Meta down 0.5%, Google down 0.65%, Nvidia up close to 1%, Microsoft down over 1%, and Apple down also over 0.5%. And now we're going to look at SPY ETF. So let's just go back to last week. Monday, we got a half a day in the market. And then Tuesday, 4th of July, market is closed. So basically last week, we only had 3 days of trading with low volume in the market. And that means one thing, market range bound, not really going anywhere, not making any big decisions because all those big boys are in vacation and this is the midsummer time, guys. So a lot of people are on vacation and that is why this week, 4th of July week, always a slow week in the market. And then we saw a bit of a sell-off here in the market. Market gap down on Thursday and fully recovered on Friday, went back up, but at the end we got a little bit of surprise. Market sold off, but look at this, by how much? 0.25% here on SPY at dollar, basically nothing. And there's still a lot of bears out there saying that this is the beginning of a big crash that is coming. Well, I'm not a bear, I'm not a bull. What I do in the market, I play momentum. If the market is moving high, I'm not going to fight the market. If the market breaks a critical level, yes, I'm not going to buy calls, I'm not going to buy shares, I'll be shorting, right? So, why trying to call it top or bottom? Just, follow the trend. It's simple. Now, if we look at it, SPY here, yes, we got a rejection from where? After filling that gap on top, came down, also took out blue line 5 SMA, 441.68, and now it's holding just above 13 SMA on this daily chart, 438. Now below that we have white line 20 SMA, 437. So going into Monday, guys, critical level to watch, 438, 437 on SPY. And below that, we could be coming all the way down here to, I would say, around 435 to 434. This trend line that is holding and respecting for maybe last 6 months. So that's going to be key level. And also, this low that we got right here, which is around 430, 431, then needs to hold. SPY needs to hold above this level. SPY takes out this level right here, that would turn into a lower low, and in that case SPY can come all the way down to lower Bollinger Band sitting at 428.53, and this Bollinger Band will have to make a U-turn for this thing to come all the way down here to 420.92 to close this gap all the way down here. Until then, guys, it's not happening. SPY gets down to 428, 430, there is a dip buy because it's going to bounce off of this Bollinger Band. We're going to see that until, like I said, this Bollinger Band makes a U-turn right here and comes down a bit more, all the way down to 422, maybe even 420. That's when we're going to see price coming down with this lower Bollinger Band. Until then, going into next week on Monday, we're still holding above a big support level, which is positively sloped right here. White line 20 SMA 437. So that's going to be a key level to watch. And now that we are holding 438 as a support, orange line 13 SMA, so strong support between 437 and 438 because we got two moving averages right here, 13 SMA and 20 SMA. Now SPY can bounce and break 441.68, blue line 5 SMA. We're going to see that continuation to the upside, and in that case, watch out for a move all the way up to 445 and then 450. So on triple Q, yes, it looks like a double top right here, but also guys, there is no confirmation. It's still holding above a rising white line 20 SMA and also 13 SMA on this daily chart between 365 and 364. If that's out right here as a support going into next week, then we also have support at 360, 357, and soon as that is out right here, this support 357, that would turn into a lower low into a higher low that we got right here. So triple Q in this case did not take out this high right here, 372.85. So we got a higher low, and now we just need that confirmation. Triple Q needs to take out this low down here, and that would turn into a higher low into a lower low on triple Q. Now if you look at my screen, yes, a lot of people are still screaming and saying crashes here. It's not gonna happen, and I can tell you why exactly. This Bollinger Band rapidly moved up, now sitting close to 355, and by next week might be coming all the way up here to like 357, 360. So in that case, even if there is a sell-off, this Bollinger Band will have to make a U-turn, and that's going to take some time. And then we could see this Bollinger Band coming down to the downside, and then we could see price action following this Bollinger Band and possibly getting down here to close this massive gap at 333. Until then, guys, I would say from here there is another $10 downside on triple Q. To the upside also, we could see $14 up from here, all the way up to 380. So it's kind of sitting in the middle. We need more confirmation, and that would come next week. Now we do have support at 365, 364, white line and also orange line 20 and 13 SMA, and below that 360, 357, 355 lower Bollinger Band. To the upside, triple Q needs to take out 369 blue line 5 SMA, and then 370, and above that we could see 375 to 380 on triple Q. So this is exactly what I'm trying to say right here on triple Q and SPY. We got a good example right here. Look at this, guys. Lower Bollinger Band moved up, sitting at 336. So DIA, Dow Jones ETF, not going below this level. And if that happens, this will make a U-turn right here. And then we're going to see that continuation to the downside, and possibly this gap will get filled at 332. As of right now, it's still holding above 336, and that is bullish. This thing needs to take out this resistance right here, right around 340. White line 20 SMA, and if you look at it, we got rejected exactly at that level on Friday, 340.50 by this white line 20 SMA. So that needs to break right here, 340.50 to even 340. Right here, we got all these moving averages right here sitting around 340 to 340.50. And if this thing is able to break this, then we got a gap on top, 340 to 25. That is possible on DIA. We saw SPY going up and filling the gap on top, but in this case, DIA still not filling this gap on top. So I think even if we're going down here to close this gap at 332, DIA can possibly move higher to close this gap on top and then move down to close this gap all the way down here, and that would allow Bollinger Band some time to possibly make a U-turn and come down a bit more, and then we could see this gap getting filled on DIA. So next week on Monday, as a strong support 336 to 335 right here, lower Bollinger Band. To the upside, it needs to break 340, and if that happens, a quick trip all the way up to the gap on top, 340 to 25 possible, and then 345. On IWM, we got a gap down on Thursday, and look at this bounce from this daily 200-day and also lower Bollinger Band, getting a strong bounce from 180 to 181 and moving higher on Friday all the way up to 186.49, and now it's holding above 183, which is a strong support on IWM. Now going into next week, IWM needs to break 185 to 186, white line 20 SMA and also blue line 5 SMA. And if that breaks, a quick trip back up to retest this big resistance right here, 188. And that is why I was giving you guys examples on Qs and SPY and DIA that look at this bounce off of this lower band right here. Same day this thing bounced and went back up, and the next day from 180 all the way up to 187. That is a $7 move within 24 hours. So that was a big move, and that is why, whenever you see indices or ETFs like Qs or SPY coming down to lower band, that is a buying opportunity, at least in the short term. So if you are new to stock market and especially new to my channel, you're not going to get exactly what I'm saying in this video by watching one video, because I called it before so many times on VIX that even on a big spike on VIX, it's not going to hold. And I called it in my Discord same day on Thursday when I saw this thing spiking at $16, $17. 15-minute chart RSI was at almost 100. And I called it that upper Bollinger Band sitting at $15 and VIX going all the way up to 17. It's not going to hold. And the same day this thing came down, gave away almost $2, and now the next day on Friday dumped another 4%, now down to 1483. And that is why adding lower and upper Bollinger Band to your chart is one of the keys to your trading. You gotta have them, guys. You gotta download or actually just add upper Bollinger Band and lower, and you see how they work. This thing spiked all the way up to 17 plus, and then what happened? Coming down and retracing upper Bollinger Band, because this Bollinger Band will not allow VIX to rally that high until this thing expands all the way up to $18 to $20. And we got that right here exactly. And I called it in my Discord that, this thing will not stay up for too long. It's going to dump. And this is exactly what we got. And now it's under this resistance right here, $15. So next week, VIX needs to stay above 15 right here. And then maybe some consolidation right here above 15. Let this upper Bollinger Band expand to the upside all the way up to 18. And in that case, we could see a sell-off in the market and a rally here on VIX all the way up to 18, and then maybe in a few weeks all the way up to 20. Until then, guys, watch this resistance right here at 15, and below that watch out for the support around $14. Right down here we got blue line and also red line 50 SMA, and that's gonna be key level to watch right here around $14. And below that this thing can dump back down to this low 1473 and possibly can go even lower. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching.